Yeah, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing here. I just think that we have to get the truth out. And if it is the truth, and again, it's two people talking. That's all we're doing here. I'm broadcasting conversations between people, and I'm letting people that have the right to the sovereignty over your own body, which means you can choose what to put in your mouth, in your eyes, in your ears, make an adult decision. One of the regulators here, Ofcom, came out and said it was dangerous information, as if it's treating adults like little kids, and you can't listen to someone's point of view and make a decision. And so I realized I couldn't do it myself. And I don't know about you, doctor, but my whole life I've been trying to do everything myself. And so we reached out to the people and said, would you like to help us create something? And that's the reason we're live streaming today on this independent platform. Honestly, I was shocked. Tens of thousands of people gave money in what is probably the biggest recession we've seen in 100 years to build this digital freedom platform that we're talking on right now. So this matters to people. They're willing to give their last $5 or $100 because they see this as important and maybe preventing this Hunger Games society that Dave is talking about. Because like you said, we might not have grandkids to experience this horrible thing. And the next level of that you and I talked about before off camera is what we're calling the Digital Freedom Fund. And that is getting money together to where we can actually take some of these big private companies to court and get them to re-platform some of these videos. And, I heard something on Friday that was really encouraging from an attorney here, a solicitor, as they say in England, who said there's precedent where a private company, for example, the London Stock Exchange, that's acting like a public utility, has to abide by the human rights laws in that country. And especially in a time of a crisis, you're looking at a YouTube platform that's actually providing COVID-19 education, right? Any video you see, it's got the COVID-19 info, which means it's more of a public utility, which means there's a law in the EU preventing the civil right for your own freedom of speech. And it's violating that in this case if that, private company is acting like a public platform. So we think we have a ground here that on a local basis can change the global platform. And that's just with a little bit of investigation. I think if we can pool our resources with attorneys, in the States, imagine getting some of these videos replatformed, and then the information goes even more mainstream. And then maybe we look back on this as that weird aberration of that crisis that almost happened in 2020. But I don't think it's going to be that simple, Doctor.
I think that it could be that simple. And I think that the potential for it to be that simple is there. And I think it's already happening. More and more people are feeling it, Brian, and information that you're putting out and I'm putting out and many other people are putting out, it's resonating with people. And so they're realizing that I'm not the only one that's feeling this way. My neighbor's feeling this way. My brother-in-law's feeling this way. My brother may not, my sister may not, my mother may not, my dad may not, but my brother-in-law is, or whatever the case is, they're starting to find out. And what I want people to do is start the conversation, because they start realizing more and more people feel this way, but they don't want to be singled out. They don't want to be ridiculed. They're afraid. They think that everybody's going to laugh at them, whatever. But there's so many people that are feeling this. And your thing about the social media platforms, I think that what I envision, and I know this is going to be the biggest threat. They thought the 5G was the biggest threat. I think what I'm about to say is the biggest threat to the social media platforms, because every person that has not gotten the information that they sought, that did not have access to that public utility, which they were entitled to, is a potential plaintiff in this issue. And if there's a class action lawsuit that could take down Google and YouTube and Facebook to the point that they have hundreds of millions of people that are plaintiffs, and then we can create whatever is needed, because nobody should have a monopoly like that on information. And mainstream media having laws that are passed that if you say something, you better be able to back it up, because if you can't, you will go to jail, because they have a higher responsibility. I'm amazed that these bastards will invoke the First Amendment as their freedom of speech and hide behind it, and yet bastardize it by lying, by manipulating information. So I think that they should be held criminally accountable for misinformation, because freedom of speech doesn't say you can misinform people and cost people's lives and fortunes and their livelihoods. That is not in the part of the First Amendment. The First Amendment is freedom of speech, freedom to associate, and freedom to assemble. Well, now we understand how they've been manipulating us. Look at the gun thing, right? The gun laws. Everybody's saying, I've had friends from England, from New Zealand, from Australia, from all over the world saying, for the last 5 years, telling me, Rashid, make sure that your friends know in the United States, don't give up the guns. Don't give up the guns, because if you give up the guns, then as the United States goes, so does the rest of the world. The United States is the last place on earth, and it's the only place on earth where the public is more armed than the military, and they don't want the public to be armed. And that's why when I said they, I mean the hierarchy that's been orchestrating all this, because they knew that people that have arms, they're going to be a resistance. And to blame the gun violence out there, for the people to say, how can you say that, Dr. Pitar, because all the people that have died from this gun violence? People haven't died from gun violence. People have died from idiots that had access to weapons. Okay, to say that guns are the reason for the violence that we've experienced is like, it's like blaming. Okay, if you think that that's a problem, if you think that guns are the problem, then we need to outlaw spoons because of the epidemic of obesity. You have to blame something on the tool. You have to take personal responsibility. So this orchestration of the gun violence, take away guns, was, I believe, to prevent people from being armed when this final fiasco pandemic was going to occur. Because right now, if it would occur, there are a lot of people that are armed. And I can tell you, I'm not promoting violence. I'm not for violence. But I'm telling you, I was trained on how to defend. I was trained on how to protect. And I'm not just talking about the military. There's many different things. I mean, I've been, Brian, I was a bouncer all through college and medical school. I've competed in martial arts. My son and I are both world ranked. And we've been fighters, okay? We've been fighters not because we like to fight, but because the best way to prevent somebody from being abused, the best way to ensure peace is to be strong so that nobody screws with you.
And we're going to leave it there. I try to upload that video that y'all was hearing just now, but YouTube said that video violated their guidelines, which I don't see how. Okay. I agree with everything he said 100%. And I will not let anyone come and think that they're going to pull any of my family members out of any of their houses and they not reap the consequences. Right? They're going to pay. Because at the end of the day, forget all the paperwork. Forget all that paperwork, all that dumb shit. A life is a life. I have the right to do what I want to do with my life. So does everybody else. No man should have power over natural life. No man should have power over how you walk from point A to point B, how you travel from point A to point B. No man should be able to come and tell you, well, I'm going to force you to stick this needle in your arm, even though we have never proven that it doesn't cause damages to you. And then, all right, say it does cause damages to you. Well, then you could sue and we'll give you a settlement. But then the damage is already done to your physical persons. They can't take that back. Your child is already autistic. They can't take that back. The CDC has lost a lawsuit for not being able to prove that their vaccines don't cause injury. Instead of them proving it, they hid the documentations from the courts. You hear me? Well, they settled. And then there's another major lawsuit coming up that I told you guys about, I think about 2 months ago. This June 26th. For anyone who was harmed or damaged by the pharmaceutical companies to now go and join that lawsuit so that you can get some compensation back. So these big pharmaceutical companies that is headed by the CDC are being sued from left to right. Now I'm gonna post the link to that video that I was just playing for you guys. Matter of fact, I'm gonna replay it back on D Live. I'm gonna replay back the whole video on D Live. So if you guys don't hear me talking, just see the video playing. That's what it is. I'm gonna play that whole video back on D Live because he gave so much information in that video. It's not even funny. Like a lot of information was given in that video, especially the plans for the 5G technology, right? With what they're coming out with. These people mean us no good. They mean the earth no good. Period. And the platforms that censor the information, people have been searching for a way to sue these platforms. You can't sue the platform, right? Because again, it's a fictional entity. You have to sue the person in charge of the platform. Who is the CEO of the company? That's who you must sue for your First Amendment violation, for your constitutional rights violation. It is the person, the natural breathing man himself, the members of the board, those people you have to sue. It's not the corporation you go after. You go have after the face behind the corporation. Like Governor Cuomo said that he's making it mandatory that you have to wear a mask. Well, we know even on the packages of the mask, they tell you that it causes harm, internal injury to you. Even on the packages, and these masks, and even on the packages of the mask, is telling you that it doesn't protect you from COVID-19. The companies, those mask companies, already secured themselves. So if you want to be a moron and go wear those masks, but I'm protecting myself from the disease, and the company's telling you this shit don't protect you from a disease. It filters out dust out the atmosphere. About some of it about 90%, some of them 75%, some of them 50%. That's all it does. But it doesn't filter out a virus or anything that can make anything that is considered to be contagious out the atmosphere. No mask does. None of them do. Okay? So when Cuomo's telling you that he's making it mandatory because he's trying to use the 14th Amendment, trying to be slick, or he lawyered up. I'm telling you guys, he lawyered up, and I'm going to get the name of his lawyer. All of them lawyered up with one lawyer, and I'm going to get the name of that lawyer and give it to you guys. And it's that lawyer that's telling them what to do. So also, when I tell you guys, mark all these faces and all these names, so that, because they're going to be around for a long time. Their children's children are going to be around for that long time. This is taught generational. His daddy meant us no good, and his daddy raised his son to be governor, and the son mean us no good. Okay? Mark their faces. These are the faces of the deep state, and they continue on what they're continuing on through bloodline. All right? Bill Gates, deep state. Bill Gates' daddy passed it on down to him, and he's passing it on down to his children. Okay? This is how you mark these people. Because when Cuomo's telling you that he's making it mandatory for you to wear a mask, which is illegal, that is unlawful. It doesn't matter how many mandatory orders he passed down. You don't work for him. He works for you. That goes to all those peace officers out there. You don't work for them. They work for you. Okay? Any harm and damage that comes, he has to. This is why they don't let people come in on those meetings that he's keeping, those press conferences, because all you have to do is let him swear on his oath of office through penalty of perjury that he can guarantee that those masks don't cause no form of internal respiratory damages to you. He will never do it because he knows what he's telling you is a lie. He will never do it. Never. Just like a police officer will never do it when it comes to him giving you tickets or wrongfully arresting you for no reason at all. They will never swear on their oath of penalty of perjury, because that means that they'll go to prison for lying, for dishonoring their oath. He will never do it. He should be sued. And criminal charges is already supposed to be pressed against them from when he came into office, and he let you know the Indian Point power plant that's giving you radiation water to drink, to bathe in, has been leaking radiation for almost 40 years. And he, as governor, didn't even say, let me go and get this fixed right away. And this was about 7 years ago. He said, 2021 is when we're going to get it fixed. Is when we're going to shut down the power plants. 2021. 2021 is when the deep state has given you until they bring in the forced vaccination. 2021. You see this picture that you guys are looking at? Wear a mask or go to jail. This is back in 1918. They really was doing this to folks in 1918. Now you get what Watchmen was about when they had all the policy officers wearing masks, right? Because they can now murder you, beat you up, and you can't see their faces. You don't know what they look like, right? This was back in 1918, where they will give you a $5 fine. They'll fine you $5. If you didn't have the $5, they'll send you to jail. Today, states were charging people $1,000. Florida was charging $500. All of that is illegal, unlawful, and unconstitutional. Every single one of those. Every single one of those. All illegal, all unconstitutional. They don't have the authority to make shit mandatory. They're playing on your fear because they poisoned you. They've poisoned the entire world. But they've been poisoning you before the 1900s. If you go back to viral warfare has existed since these folks came over here, colonizing over here back into the 1400s. Okay? It has always existed where they come from because that's how they fought each other. All right? It's just that now they've made it into a corporation and made it into a corporate weapon so that to fulfill the agenda of the corporation. Okay? So every major catastrophe that has happened in this world has been by the hands of government under the corporations under the guise of a government. 9/11, inside job. Okay? The Oklahoma City bombing, inside job. The Boston City Marathon, inside job. And every single one of them was to push through some form of agenda like you see them doing right here now today. They did 9/11 for you to give up more of your constitutional rights. They understand that the only way to kill the Constitution is to create mass chaos. They don't care about you. They look at you as sheeps. They look at you as cattle. They look at you as going. So they will kill as much as you as possible as they can until they get across every single agenda that they want to put across. And if they fail on an agenda today, they will wait 40 to 50 years to bring that shit back out into a different format. So all these governors that you've seen coming out doing all of this, well, this is a lockdown. It's bullshit. Because, again, you're wearing a mask to cover up your nose and your mouth, right? But your eyes are open. Your eyes is the most sensitive place, okay? That's in the open on your body. All right? Your eyes. Your skin is out in the open. Your skin has pores. Your skin. And if you're worried about me not being vaccinated and you're vaccinated, if their vaccine work, why are you worried about me not being vaccinated? This is all an illusion, y'all. They're playing on your fear. They're playing on your cowardness, your submissiveness. This is what they're playing on. Okay? I worked auto body with my dad. My dad worked auto body for many years. Those masks on the packets, it tells you it doesn't protect you from these things. And to show you, and today I sit on my porch and I watch all these people still. I watched the guy exercising with the goddamn mask on. And I'm like, you don't even have the right mask on. You have on this medical mask where all of that CO2 that you're breathing out exercising, you're sucking it back in. It's not like you have the workout mask with the two vents at the side. And I just laughed. I really had a laugh. Because so far, it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. People need to wake up. But anyway, let's get into this. Let me start pulling up some stuff. This is common sense. Common sense. Give me a second, y'all. I got some stuff to pull up. Yeah, they banned on YouTube a lot of this man's videos. And even if it's not banned, if you put his name in the title, they're gonna ban the video. They're gonna tell you that it violates the guidelines, so they couldn't upload it. Mind you, they're not giving your channel a strike because they know that they're full of shit, right? That they're censoring what this man is saying, right? Because they're with the agenda. First of all, we know that Google has been taken over by the NSA. So Google owns YouTube, right? Which both Google and YouTube is underneath the alphabet, the company Alphabet, right? So YouTube is a government-based company. All right, let's see which one of these to pull up first. I have so much stuff to pull up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, no, not that. Okay, this one. We're gonna pull up this first. Let me close out some of these things here. I'm about to hit the screen share in a few, y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna hit that screen share in a few. All right, here we go. About the screen share now. Come on. Okay. This is going to be a quick clip that I'm going to play. I want to know if you guys remember this, right? This is going to be a quick clip of the bird flu that they were talking about in California about 2 years ago. All right, give me a second here. You know, it's so funny. I did not get a notification that I'm live. That is so weird. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay, there we go.
Reuters reports that the World Organization for Animal Health said on Friday the United States has reported an outbreak of the low pathogenic H7N3 bird flu virus at a turkey farm in California. Citing a report from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the Paris-based OIE said in a note on its website, The outbreak at a farm in Stanislaus County led to all 26,258 birds of the flock exposed to the virus being killed and disposed of.
All right. That was 2018, right? That was what they said, over 38,000 chickens in California got exposed to the bird flu virus, right? But pay attention, because remember, the flu is a strain of the coronavirus, okay? The flu is a strain of the coronavirus. Now let's go into my little goodie bag over here. Give me a second here, y'all. I'll get back into the goodie bag over here. Oh, and I got to give you guys this link. The more people that have it, the merrier. I'm going to drop this link for you guys in the chat. This is the link with all the documents. And I suggest that y'all print off as much of this shit as you can. Okay? Or get an external hard drive and save as much of this shit. Download it as much as you can. Okay? And this is the link with all the documents. All right? Now let's screen share. Let's screen share that. Play time is over. Okay. Go. These are all the documents. This is how your news media talk about, they don't know. Oh, we can't really find anything. And then they come give you some half-ass report. How did they not see all of this? All of this about coronavirus and the syndromes and everything that it causes, everything. Every single thing. All of this. Look, you see I'm still going? You see I'm still going? You see I'm still going? All of this. All of this. And you hear them mentioning now Oxford and Oxford University and Oxford. Well, Oxford is where they did also one of the experiments of the coronavirus. On one of the students named Tyrell. Huh? And we are here at Oxford. We're planning on, and Oxford is planning on doing this and helping out in this way. And Oxford, these documents, all this shit, all of this. And I'm still going. You see that? I'm still going. All these documents on the coronavirus. It's just to show y'all, if y'all don't believe me, look. Prevalence of fecal shedding is that Eugene? I think that's Eugene. Coronavirus in hospitalized horses. Look, can't make this shit up. Coronavirus is hematopoietic cell transplant. The coronavirus. You can't make this stuff up. Look, I'm still going. And I'm doing this to prove a point. How the fuck your mainstream media didn't know nothing about this? Look at this. Look at all of this. I say to Brother Cardi, thank you. All of this. You know the hours it took for me to get all of this shit downloaded? Now I'm going to give you guys the link. Do with it as you wish. There you go. It's in the chat. To all the trolls that came over here trolling, to all the naysayers, to all the sheeps, to all the goyim, to all the cattles out there, to all the weak-minded people out there, to all of you, pay attention. You're listening to these mayors, you're listening to these governors, and they act like they didn't have all of this information. They had it. They've been had it. This has been over 40 years of planning. Been had it. All of this breaks down to how they trained. They not just the coronavirus, how they created the coronavirus, how they manipulated viruses, how they manipulated bacteria, turned them into viruses like HIV, these type of stuff, and manipulated the good bacteria that's supposed to be in the body, that's supposed to be in the animals, that's supposed to be in nature, and manipulated them and trained them to become a weapon to attack the body, to lower your immune system, to make sure that if your family tree, your family, majority of your people die at age 121, now they're dying at 80 years old, 70 years old, okay? Giving you all this different type of diseases, all right? The creator didn't create you with diseases. The creator didn't create the original people of the land with diseases. The creator did not create you with diseases. The creator is not going to create something that is allergic to the goddamn planet. Just not. So when you hear people talk about, oh, cancer runs in my family. No, they gave your family cancer. Oh, sickle cell. No, they gave that to you. Sugar, they gave that to you. Understand how sinister this shit is. And these people pass down their information to their progenies, to their bloodlines. So their children's children and children's children is going to come up doing this sick shit to you. Because they're sitting on and they're holding on to stolen inheritance. Look, you can't make this stuff up. 2359 PDF. Mutual analysis of aminopeptides, and a receptor for several group. Coronavirus identifies key determinants. Everything, all of this is coronavirus. Now, this is interesting. Now, 2007. This right here is from 2007. Novel. Barrel fold in the nuclear magnetic resonance structure of the replicase non-structural protein. One from the... Oh, let's click on this. Let's see this shit. Now, just straight from the goddamn what I was about to talk about the chicken aspect of the coronavirus, but this shit seems interesting right here. Okay. Never trust a government that depends on financial backing. No politician that depends on financial money from corporations to run a fucking campaign. When the campaign goes up to a 61 million, Hillary Clinton had over 60-something million dollars to run her campaign. For what? For what? You have free broadcasting public television that you could go and give your speech on. For what? What $61 million did you really need to take a bus from New York to New Jersey, from Jersey to Philly, from Philly to Maryland, from Maryland to Virginia? $61 million? And then they turn around and come back and tell you, well, the public school system is suffering because we just didn't have the money in the budget and we had to make cutbacks. What? What? And these are the people that you're still listening to today. Cuomo don't even give you numbers. He just say, well, it should be right. And if they're wearing these masks and you see that their rate is lower because there's no one going to those testing sites. There's no one going to those testing sites. There's no one dying of coronavirus in New York like that. Okay? These people are dying of old age. These people have died of wrongful diagnosis for respiratory issues. That's why the first responders are not catching what you think they're supposed to be catching like that. Wake up. Otherwise, you're going to live in a future where your children are going to have to wear a tattoo of a barcode on them. They already started pushing it. And you know when changes are coming when you see them pushing certain tattoos out there, which is also part of the what is it called, SBDM world, or that submissive type of shit world, right? Now they pushing that barcode on the human body. Okay, that's a tattoo that they're gonna scan to say if you've been vaccinated or not. Many things they have planned for you. Wake up. This is where you're going to have to take a stand. But this right here looked interesting. Let's see what this is. Let's go over this here. This is from Journal of Virology. American Society of Microbiology, all rights reserved. American Society of Microbiology. And these people are telling you that, oh, this is just something new. It just sprung up on us this year. Come on, man. Look at the organizations. Remember the article I read from y'all before from Oxford University, right? From the Oxford Press. Now this is from the American Society of Microbiology. Come on. Novel B barrel fold in the nuclear magnetic resonance structure of the replicase non-structural protein 1 from the severe acute respiratory syndrome. Severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus. Now, if it's severe acute respiratory syndrome and you're wearing a mask all day or for 8 hours, 16 hours a day, you're damaging your respiratory system. Read the names on this. Marcius S. Almeida, Margaret A. Johnson, Torsten Herman, Michael Geralt, and Kirk Woodrich. Department of Molecular Biology, SAGS, Institute for Chemical Biology, Consortium for Functional and Structural Proteomics of the SARS-CoV coronavirus, and Joint Center for Structural Genomics, the Scripps Research Institute. And oh, here it goes. 10550 North Terry Pines Road, LA. LA. One of the other states and cities that states that they shut down. California. And LA is a city that they shut down. Anyway, LA, Jola, California, 92037. Okay? Can't make this stuff up. Received 5th September 2006, accepted 19th December 2006. I think we read this already. This is the non-structural protein 1 of the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus, has 179 residues, and is the N-terminal cleavage product of the viral replicase polyprotein that mediates RNA replication and processing. So they created a viral weapon. They've, over the years, every time there's a virus, it's a weapon that they've created to attack living life forms, all living life forms. Dirty motherfuckers, dirty bastards. Dirty, 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 dirty. The specific function of NSP1 is not known. Here we report the nuclear magnetic resonance structure of the NSP1 segment from residue 13 to 128, which represents a novel B-fold formed by a mixed parallel, anti-parallel, six-stranded B barrel and a helix covering one opening of the barrel, and a 3 helix alongside the barrel, with further characterized full length 179 residue protein, and showed that the polypeptide segments of residues. All right, let's just get into the article. And some of those medical terms I ain't gonna sit here and act like I get, but I get the gist of what's going on. Don't need to be a rocket science to know what's going on, right? I see them censoring the chat. I see them censoring the chat a lot. The folks that's coming in here, but you'll still get the information anyway. After the major outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome, SARS, in the beginning of 2003. Really? I don't remember that, but do you guys remember that? The SARS coronavirus, coronavirus syndrome, SARS, in the beginning of 2000. Okay, I'm rereading the same thing twice. Let's start back from the beginning. After the major outbreak of severe acute respiratory syndrome, which is SARS, in the beginning of 2003, and SARS coronavirus, which is SARS-CoV, C-O-V, became a major topic of coronavirus research. The coronavirus genome is composed of a single plus strand RNA of about 30 kb, which is the largest non-segmented genome among known RNA viruses. About 2/3 of the coronavirus genome is devoted to encoding the replicase that mediates viral RNA synthesis. The replicase gene comprises 2 large open reading frames located at the 5 end of the genome. The first one, ORF, call it ORF, ORF 1A, encodes a polyprotein of 450 to 500 kDa, which is polyprotein 1A. And the second one, ORF 1B, is translated together with ORF 1A after a 1 ribosomal frame shift, leading to the expression of the polyprotein lab, which has a size of 750 to 800 kDa. The replicase polyprotein is processed by ORF encoding viral photosynthesis. Proteinalysis, which leads to about 60 non-structural proteins, which are numbered consecutively from the N terminus to the C terminus of the polyprotein. All right, so you guys got the link to this article. I ain't going to sit here and read through the whole thing like I get what some of these words mean right now, because I really don't, but I get the gist of reading through the other documents that was more clearer than this, that they made this, they created this, and that a lot of what Dr. Judy Mikovits and Dr. Rashid Battar is saying adds up and matches up with this. Watching the news and hearing the news media, the mainstream media, saying that they'll have to track down the source of where this virus came from, and they don't know the source of where this virus came from, But when you go back and you look back at all of this, how do they not know? How do they not know? All of this is about the coronavirus going back into the 1960s. Did y'all know that there was a coronavirus outbreak in 2003? Again, I'm gonna say this again. I remember it's either Giuliani or Bloomberg. One of them, after 9/11 attack, had a chemical sprayed in the air of New York City, talking about in case of a viral attack. That's what they said. In case we're spraying this so that we can detect when a viral attack will take place, that the sky will light up this color and it will let us know. Not knowing that the bastards are spraying us with the virus. This is how wicked they are. Anyway, so you hear on the video when they're saying that 2018 that 38,000 chickens died from the flu, right, in California in 2018. But when you read this, I'll go back to this article here, because remember, the flu is a strain of the coronavirus. Influenza is a strain of the coronavirus. And you're going to see why the slaughterhouses of clothes and farmers are killing off their livestock, because they're getting rid of the evidence. This is what's going on. They're getting rid of the evidence. Okay? Let me make sure I have the right article pulled up. Okay, so you're going to hear the news people bring up Oxford today, right? And what studies they're going to be doing at Oxford and how much money they're going to give Oxford for Oxford to be able to do this. Well, this article is of Oxford Journals, Oxford University Press, right? Isolation from man of avian infectious bronchitis virus-like viruses, coronaviruses, similar to 229E virus, with some epidemiological observations. All right. And then it gives you the name of the folks who were involved in this, the authors that wrote this article. Published Oxford University Press. And this source, the Journal of Infectious Diseases, Volume 119, Number 3, March 1969. Okay, page 282 to 290. Here it goes into with standard tissue culture techniques. First of all, Avian. Well, you pull up the etymology of Avian. We went over this before, but it's to connect the dots with the video that I played earlier, right? To show you that when Dr. Judah Mikovich is telling you that influenza is also a strain of the coronavirus. SARS is a strain of the coronavirus. The common cold, when you go achoo, that's a strain of the coronavirus. The common cold is a strain of the coronavirus. Asthma, a strain of the coronavirus. You can't make this stuff up. But what about all those birds that fell from the sky? They were poisoned. And that's them also placating on what they call omens. Oh, it's an omen, a bad omen. Oh, you see all those birds that just fell from the sky. Oh. And then now you go pull up all these theories on the metaphysical and all of this and that, when it's these bastards that done poison those birds with a toxin and know that they were going to fall from the sky. Okay, and don't forget they have also a sonar weapon, a sound wave weapon that not only affects the whales and the dolphins in the ocean, but also affects life that is flying past in the air. All right. So, look, these people are sinister. When I tell you that the world is being ran by psychopaths, this is what it is. All right. And I see that they're kicking people out the live, right? Because it went straight from 80 and dropped whoop, just like that down to 57. Okay. Censorship. Now, Avian. 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 Resembling or pertaining to birds, right? Birds. A chicken is a bird. Okay. Let's go back down to here. The article, isolation from man of avian infectious bronchitis virus-like viruses. This is a bird. This is the bird. This would be like bird flu, chicken coronavirus, right? This is what this would be because avian means a bird. Avian means a bird. Now, y'all remember that news clip that I played for y'all where it showed you that they were injecting the influenza vaccines in millions of eggs. So that bird flu thing that hit California 2 years ago in 2018, that's coronavirus. Because the flu is a strain of the coronavirus. So they've been polluting the animals, the chicken and stuff, all this time, and you've been intaking that. Because remember, they trained the virus to turn against the host, okay? To attack the host, to kill the host, to live and replicate within the cells of the host. Now, if you are a meat eater and you turn around and go eat that chicken, go eat that swine, go eat that beef, then you're consuming the virus. And then, you know, a lot of our people like to take from the other people and talk about, I like my meat medium rare. And this is why for years our people keep saying, you better cook my shit well done. Well done. You ain't giving me nothing. Well done. Because we already internally knew. Okay? And this is why they're killing all the animals now. Killing them. And there's few things that's about to happen from that. They have animals that's not infected, which they and they alone are going to be able to handle. So now they took over the world's food supply. All right. They've already have artificial meat that they already started constructing in a laboratory. So they're really going to be feeding you the bullshit while they're eating the real thing. Okay. So now they controls the world food supply, and you're going to have to depend on them. They already showed you that they have things that affect the atmosphere in your neighborhood. So if you're used to having your little garden every year, every summer, be prepared that one summer might come and you might not be able to grow anything because they keep tampering with the weather. This is why I don't care what anyone says about Trump. Look, and I'm not a political person, but one of the things that he did when he came into office was stop them from spraying chemtrails, especially in my neighborhood, was stop them. But one of the dirty things that I noticed that the mayor of my area has done was have something like a little mini power plant built up in the community. Okay? So now they did that in New York, one mini power plant in New York. You come over into Jersey. Jersey now have one. So now you see why the Cuomo administration is talking about most of the infections are coming from North Jersey and New York City. Because now they have the 5G. Well, we're not saying 5G causes coronavirus, okay? But 5G causes a symptoms of a sickness, right? It gives you symptoms of a sickness, okay? So when you're coming out that tunnel, the towers is right there. When you're going on the Brooklyn Bridge, the tower is right there. When you're going down by the Empire State Building, they have on the top of the Empire State Building in strategic areas. You are and have always been under attack by your own government. Always. So Avian means chicken, means bird. Bird infectious bronchitis virus-like viruses, coronavirus. And this is from Oxford. And this is the same Oxford that they're talking about a lot now in the news. So what they're going to come and help. And we're going to have this developed at Oxford University. They've been involved in this shit. This article's from 1969. Let's go back a little bit more. Let's go through some more. What else is here? The propagation of coronavirus in tissue culture. Oh, this one seems interesting too. Let's go through this one. I'm going to put the link again to all of these documents in the chat again in a few, all right? Wait, how could I flip this around? Could I flip this around? Damn. No? Shit. I want to be able to read this. Okay. If you can't see what this says because they got it sideways, it says human embryo species, then it has tissue, lung, then it has, because I turned my laptop to the side. Let me see if I can get this flipped around for y'all. Hold on. Let me see. So let me see if I can save the image. If I can save this image and then have it. Give me 1 second. Let me cut this screen share. I'm gonna see if I can save that image and then flip it around to read it proper, all right? So that you guys can see it. Yo, so y'all seen that Dr. Rashid Buttar and Judy Makovich was not lying. And then the one of the creators of these weaponized vaccines, Stanley Plotkin, also told you that he used human fetus tissue, embryo, not even just for from fetuses and babies and orphan babies, but from grown people also as well. Took their cells, their tissue, right? But anyway, let's see if we could see if we can save this and pull it up. Oh man, let's see. Give me a second, y'all. I'm about to pop back the screen share in a few. See if we can get this flipped around. Oh, got it. All right. Let's hit the screen share for y'all. So this is it. All right. So it says here species, human embryo, tissue, lung, kidney. Type, primary, diploid, heteroploid, L132, primary diploid. Growth medium, bovine serum in eagles. Bovine serum in eagles. Now, remember at one point the eagles almost went extinct. Come on now. Maintenance medium. Photo calf serum. Calf serum. Okay? Calf. That's a cow. That's a baby cow. Calf serum in eagles. Hanks BSS plus 0.25%. Lacto Bunum. Hydrolyset. You can't make this up. Let me see if I could make it. I could crop it and then make it bigger for y'all. Let me crop it and make it bigger. All right, it should be up bigger for you guys. All right. So this one, human embryo. This one says human. Leukocyte, Hella, diploid H, Bristol. Same as for growth medium, calf serum in eagles, rabbit serum in Hanks, right? Then here you go. Down here this is mouse. Down here is chick embryo. Down here is monkey patas rhesus. Monkey patas rhesus. Right here is pig calf. Down here is hamster. They've infected everything they've come across all over the world. They waged a war on all living things. Hoping that because we are around these things, now, if you pay attention, right, because you have chicken embryo, monkey embryo, pig calf, these were first targeting tribes. These are first targeting tribes because the average farmer don't got no goddamn monkey on their farm. Okay? These are first targeting tribes. So they spread this in the wildlife where the tribes were. And then when they weren't dying, they was like, God damn it, why isn't this shit working? Duh, because they have a strong-ass immune system. So now that they figured out they have a strong-ass immune system, you get experiments like the Tuskegee experiment, the syphilis experiments. Now remember, they said 80% of the American population has herpes. How the hell? Because they put it in the food. They put it in the animals. They gave it to you. Like, come on. Look at this shit. You can't make this stuff up. These people are psychos. And this is who you're taking advice from every day? These dirty-ass governors and mayors done showed who they are. This is crazy. Can't make this stuff up. Now let's go into where this is coming from, right? So let's lower that. Give me 1 second. Let's hit back the screen share and let's get back to the other screen. Where are we? Is it the main screen? Hold on. Okay, just found it back. Give me a sec. Let me I'm going to redo the screen share. This should be it. There we go. Now, let's see the source of where this is coming from. Archive for a day. Okay, I think this virus. I think this is in German. It's like it's in German right here. The propagation of coronavirus in tissue culture. Okay, so again, like what Dr. Mikovich and Dr. Batar is saying, that they've trained this bacteria to turn on the host, to attack the host, to kill the host, to make the host sick, which and replicate itself back within the skin tissue of the host. Okay? This is why detoxing is very good. This is why certain religions go even a month to detox. All right? Because they get this stuff. This is nothing new. This form of attack and warfare has been around for generations. Okay? All your biblical books warn you about these things and tell you how to fight them. It tells you how to fight them. Where is this from, though? Okay, the Clinical Research Center, Harvard Hospital. You can't make this shit up. Oh my God. Oh. I don't mean to laugh, but yo, it's you can't make how does the mainstream media say that they didn't know about this stuff? How? Clinical Research Center, Harvard Hospital, Salisbury, Wilts, England. Huh? 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 They're all in on it. All these countries, they're all in on it. Not saying all their leaders or certain persons in certain positions are with it, right? In recent years, several isolations have been made of viruses which have an unusual morphology and which cause respiratory disease in man. The structure of these viruses is identical with that of the viruses of avian infectious bronchitis. Avian, is bird flu. Bird, avian, and I left it up for y'all on the etymology. Avian is resembling or pertaining to birds, and this goes back to 1861 from Latin avis, bird, okay, which goes back to root awi, bird, awi, okay, which is Proto-European root meaning bird. It also might be the source of yo. Now pay attention, because I just peeped something right here, right? Avian, resembling or pertaining to birds, 1861, from Latin avis, bird, from pi root awi, plus an. Awian, Hawaiian? Awian. Oh gosh, you can't make this shit up. Anyway, let's get back to the article. This is I think in this one of his last bills about them getting rid of our healers. Yes, I did. Right? And we're going over the other articles on this thing. I totally strayed from what I was supposed to have dropped and just started deciding, let's just go through some of this list. Right? I totally strayed. Okay, so it says, in recent years, several isolations have been made of viruses which have an unusual morphology and which cause respiratory disease in man. The structure of these viruses is identical with that of the viruses of avian infectious bronchitis. And this is Berry et al., which means, and others. Then this is from 1964. And mouse hepatitis, right? And look, Tyrell and Almeida, Tyrell and Almeida in 1967. These were the test subjects. So Berry was a test subject in 1964. Tyrell was a test subject in 1967, and this was coming from Oxford with Tyrell and Almeida. Okay? These are the test subjects. They were students that was let back out into the population. If they don't have a vaccine now, they didn't have a vaccine then. So they let infected people back out into the population. Okay. Now look, it says the virions are ple- ple- pleomorphic, pleomorphic bodies, 80 to 160 MP in diameter. Is that MP? MU. That's MU. In diameter and are covered with club-shaped projections, 15 MU deep, which produce a characteristic fringe around the particles. All the viruses are either an acid labile, and as their replication is not inhibited by Budr, that's BUDR, probably have an RNA genome. It has been suggested, and it says Nature 220 1968. So when they say Nature, they really talk about nature, that these viruses belong to a single biological group. All but one of the strains of the human respiratory viruses of this group were first isolated in organ cultures of human embryo, nasal, and tracheal epithelium. This is why they talk about wear your mask, right? But if you pay attention to even the other articles, wearing a mask don't mean shit. Doesn't matter because it goes also through the pores of your skin. Okay. Epithelium, Tyrell and Bino, 1965. Tyrell and Bino, 1968. Or this McIntosh et al., 1967. The exception, the 229E virus was isolated in secondary human kidney tissue cultures in which it produced a cytopathic effect. Hambre and all right, they're just giving names and years, right? With folks that dealt with this or folks that were experimented on with this. All right. The presence of other viruses was recognized by direct electron microscopy of the tissue or medium, by the inhabitation of ciliary activity in organ cultures, or by the production of colds in volunteers. Of colds, okay? The common cold. And when they talk about volunteers, these were test subjects that they let back out into the population. Wait, and think about what else happened in 1969. Woodstock in May of 1969, there could have spread anything they wanted because of the drugs and large group at Woodstock. Yes. And remember, after every viral attack or viral outbreak, right? This is why Bill Gates called it bioterrorism, because they weaponized the bacteria to be a weapon to kill. So now it's a weapon. So it is bioterrorism because it was done within a lab, right? So every time they launch one of these attacks on us, or a bombing or a mass shooting, they take away more and more of your rights that you have and give you privileges. Okay, they limit now they limit in how you may gather in groups. All right, now they want you spaced out because of their tracking program. Okay, tell you how this shit. Yeah, these people. Well, they're not smart. The folks that they have working for them are smart as shit. They're smart. But all right, where was I? Coals and volunteers. Okay. So it says 2 isolates made by McIntosh have been adopted to suckling mice in which intertracheal inoculation produces a fatal disease. Infected brain contains specific complement fixing antigens. Now, this is what scares me right here, right? Because pay attention. 2 isolates made by McIntosh have been adopted to suckling mice. That means that's baby rats Now, when they want to vaccinate your child, as soon as your child comes out the womb, that's a suckling baby. Okay? What they've done to the animals, they're doing to you. What they've done to the calves, they are doing to your babies. Okay? So again, think about what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it mandatory to inject this in your child, in your newborn. Think about what's coming. They have not proven that this doesn't cause any form of damages. It has been proven that vaccines cause damages to children and adults. Okay? When there's alternative treatments out there, natural alternative treatment. Now think about the process that these folks went through to capture all the seeds of the earth and burn down the portions of the forestry where they did manage to get the seeds of those plants. Think about how they went into other countries telling the farmers that they can no longer trade seeds amongst each other, that they have to take the seeds that they, the corporation, have to give them. They're telling these people whom have been around for eons, that has been trading seeds amongst each other for eons, that they can no longer do so because the corporation passed a law because they bought portions of shares of the country, and they now control what the person can and cannot grow on their land. That's unlawful. That is illegal. But this is how they control the sources of the world, and through what they control, they poison you through it. Okay? So your real enemy is not the Arab or the Pakistani. Your real enemy is big corporation, major corp, the faces behind it that runs those shits. And they're of all ethnic background. Again, 2 isolates made by Macintosh have been adopted to suckling mice in which intertracheal inoculation produces a fatal disease. Infected brain contains specific complement fixing antigens. Let's skip the parentheses part. Neutralization tests performed with these isolates and with the 229E virus show that they are antigenically distinct. The objects of the work reported here were to study the growth of the 229E virus in various tissue culture system and to cultivate other viruses of this group in a susceptible tissue culture line. This is some evil shit. This is the human embryo chart again. That's what that was. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta take care of something real quick. All right. Let's get back to it. Tissue cultures, the propagation of coronavirus in tissue culture. Tissue cultures were all propagated locally. The majority of tissues were grown and maintained in eagles medium, with the addition of bovine serum, ox serum, prepared locally, or photo calf serum, obtained from flow laboratories. The tissue culture types and media used are shown in table 1. The human leukocyte line was obtained from Dr. K. Fantez, and the PS pig kidney line, wow, from Dr. J. Porterfield. The antibiotics penicillin, streptomycin, and kanamycin were added, each at 100 units, to the Eagle's medium, and also acromycin at 22.5 units. Viruses 229E was obtained from Dr. D. Hamre. After limit dilution passage, this virus had been passed through organ cultures of human embryo. Look, man, they infected you. There's no more reading into this. They infected you. And they spent years doing this in the laboratories, because when they infect you, the corporations swoop in as the savior. Oh, we got this this savior's pill. Oh, here's what you're gonna need, but damn, the poor people can't afford it, so only the rich people could afford it. So the poor people got to stay infected. Next minute, you know, mamas are selling their bodies, fathers are robbing and stealing. Someone is pulling off a John Q. Right? They infected you. All these major colleges, all these big hospitals were all involved. Okay? All these governors whose daddies were governors before. Okay, this is going back even to when Andrew Cuomo's dad, Mario Cuomo, was a governor. Right? This is how deep this is. Okay? Let me give you guys back the link. Let me drop back the link in the chat. Drop back the link in the chat for y'all. That's the link to all those documents. All those are thousands of pages of documents. Well, that's the link. You have all the link. And I suggest that you guys share this shit with every and anybody that you can. If you have family members that work in politics, give that shit to them. All right? If you have family members on the police force, give that shit to them. You got military family members, give it to them. I don't care if it's a homeless guy on the street corner, give it to him. Okay? That's it. Sister Amina, honor. Thank you, sister. Thank you. Now, let me see if I can still go through my presentation of what I was originally supposed to have went through, right? Right? Oh man, I'm laughing because that's all we could do right now. You know what I mean? We can't let anger keep us down or keep us in that negative energy. You see what I'm saying? You got to keep that positive vibe and that positive energy up and vibrate high, right? Oh, somebody blasting that Pop Smoke. Okay, let me see if I could get back to what my presentation or other presentation was supposed to have been. All right. We'll close this out. We'll close out this one right here too. Okay. Avian pandemic. Diseases of coronavirus. Oh, there was something that I wanted you guys to hear. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, I was given an entire video from Sister Death to Self that sent me one, and Sister Jazzy's a Fox sent me a real decent link too. That might be tomorrow or within the week live. I'll share that one, right? And that's about the vaccination exemption card, right? But play a part of this, and this is from the World Economic Forum. So this is the World Council like website, okay? Let's listen to this. I believe in this recording that I'm about to play, they admit that they had crisis actors, okay? I think this is it. Let's play this one out and see. She liked the way that I groove.
We face a global health emergency. The
Hope they gonna mess with it.
unprecedented spread of COVID-19 is disrupting lives and economies in every part of the world. It will impact every one of us, and the sum of individual actions won't be enough to stop it. Gathering actors from the public, private sectors, and civil society to work towards a common goal has been at the heart of the world.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? It says gathering. They said gathering actors to work together in society as a common goal. That means what they've been flashing in front of you on the mainstream media, those are actors. Actors. When they're showing the nurses run down the street and doing the high fives with the police officers and they're celebrating their frontline workers, actors. Those are actors. Okay? Actors. That's on the World Council website. That's their website. That same World Council guy that came out, doctor that came out and said, we're going to have to start taking the children from the homes. Their website. Let's yeah, you can't make this up. Let's back it up. And I'm going to give you guys a link to that site too. Back it up and play it.
We face a global health emergency. The unprecedented spread of COVID-19 is disrupting lives and economies in every part of the world. It will impact every one of us, and the sum of individual actions won't be enough to stop it. Gathering actors from the public, private sectors, and civil society to work towards a common goal has been at the heart of the World Economic Forum's work for almost 50 years.
That's crisis actors. That's what they're talking about. So those some of those fake ass shootings where you see the same woman on like 4 other shootings crying that was there, and then she got called out by Alex Jones and them to be a crisis actor, and they call him fake news. Now you're seeing who the fake news is. Your mainstream media is a fake news. They don't tell you nothing real. They don't tell you no truth. All they've been telling you is fake news. Lies on top of lies on top of lies on top of lies. Liar, 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 liar. Pants on fire. Let's keep going.
This is why we are launching the COVID Action Platform, a unique coalition that will address the crisis in 3 main ways. First, activate the global business community for collective action by improving coordination between them and sharing insights and best practices. Second, protect everyone's livelihoods and ensure business continuity by sharing the latest tools to assess risks, maintain operations, and protect employees. Finally, engage business for the COVID-19 response by strengthening the supply chains for medical equipment and funding the development of vaccines, treatments, and cures. There are many ways you can contribute and join the COVID Action Plan.
Now, what you guys are not getting is this. This was made last year. This was made last year. Now, let me get this link to give you guys. They made this last year. How did they know there was going to be a COVID-19 outbreak this year? Then they're telling you that they had crisis actors. Then they're telling you that they were going to shut down the world's economy by shutting down the businesses, right? And only focus on medical equipment. And the big box stores were the only ones that stayed open. You know why the big box stores stayed open? Because the big box stores work with the government, because they were going to maintain the fact that you had to wear a mask when coming in their business, in those businesses, in those establishments, because they're a part of the reprogramming. Okay? The mom and pop stores don't give a shit if you have on a mask or not. They just want you to come, hurry up and buy. All right? Let's give you guys this link. That's one link right there. I have another one. I told you I have crisis actors that live in my neighborhood. That was in Chicago when those shootings was going on in Chicago. That went down to Chicago. Crisis actors and screaming all up in front of the police face and everything, calling them pigs, trying to incite the crowd. Yeah, this black dude, and he's here in my neighborhood, and his woman is a Caucasian. Go figure. Two of them are crisis actors. They're both crisis actors. I just had a laugh when I saw that shit. Had a laugh when I saw that shit. So if you haven't seen it for yourselves, it will be hard for you to believe. Okay. Let me see if I can pull up the other link that I have. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. I'll cut the screen share real quick. Okay, this is a link I'm going to give you guys so that you guys can read through it. All right. And this is from the Rockefeller Foundation. Okay. So you're getting all the links now. All right. You're getting all the links now. Okay. This is going down to their Big Brother programs, their drones, their 5Gs, everything that they're using to track you, everything that they're using to boost the radiation signals. Okay. This is what it's going into. All right. So this is the layout of the plan. So it goes back from 2010 and shows you the rest of their plans for 2030. And I'm just gonna show you a glimpse. Give me a sec. Get in here. Come on. Up. Thank you. Don't attack it now. You've been seeing it. All right. Let me screen share with you guys real quick. And let me save this link to give you guys the link. Okay. Give me everything. Set back the screen share. Scenario, narratives, headlines, and lockstep. quarantine restrictions, in-person contact, cellular networks overloaded. That's 2013. So it's 2010 to 2013 right there. 2015. And now here, Italy addresses immigrant career gap with robots. Now they have 2020. Vietnam to require a solar panel in every home. 2025. These are their plans of everything that they have laid out. African leaders fear repeat of Nigeria's 2026 government collapse. And now you see the Nigeria government collapsing goddamn right now. 6 years. Is it 6 years early? 6 years early. Goddamn. Where is the Nigerian president? Nowhere to be found. Why are they funneling on Fulani cells in Nigeria to go into the jungle of Nigeria with guns, machine guns, ready to set it off to slaughter the Nigerian people? Huh? Then here you have intercontinental trade hit by strict pathogen controls. That's for 2015. Then you have 2017 to 2020. Will Africa embrace of authoritarian capitalism in La China continue? 2018. You see China trying to enforce their will on Africa right now. Proliferating trade networks in Eastern and South and Southern Africa strengthen regional ties. That's 2023. You can't make this stuff up. Was there some others that was up top? So they have their plans for South America. This is some scary shit. Is it possible to discipline and control some societies for some time, but not the whole world all the time? Come on. Come on. This is what this stuff is talking about. This is their blueprint plan right here. Let's give you guys the link. Let's give you guys the link. Let's give you guys the link. There goes the link. You can't make this stuff up. Okay? So when I'm telling y'all this is over 40 years of planning. Okay? And how they have to make you sick is through heavy metals. This is why it's important to detox. All right? This is why it's important to detox. This is why it's important to stop eating after a certain time. Okay? This is why they have to cut down and take away every natural born rights that you have. This is why they have to try to suffocate you. This is why they look, the product marijuana is not illegal. It's the patent that they put on the name. Okay? This is why they took away every plant that cures any and everything all over the world. This is why they have you thinking that what's grown in your yard is a weed that doesn't have any form of health or medical benefits. Okay? This is why. So you're sitting down, you heard about Nightshade, and you saw what's the Netflix movie? Luke Cage, when they talk about the Nightshade and the Nightshade. Nightshade grows everywhere, B. It grows everywhere. Everywhere, all over the Americas. There's some more potent than some. Yes, that grows in the islands. But you have those that grow right here on the mainland that's also very potent, that also has a lot of healing remedies to it. Okay? And they have you chopping them down every day in your yard, telling you that it's a weed, it's no good. Right? And the plants that have also a lot of healing remedies, like the hemp, the cannabis, they patent the names and told y'all that it's illegal. You can't have it. But they have how many marijuana stores and dispensaries that their children and their cousins operate. How many government agents and government operatives are invested in the marijuana business? God damn it, George Washington became a millionaire off of hemp. It grows wild. And then you make them tell you, oh, it's not something that grew wild. We planted it because we brought it over from Africa and we planted it here. We had it on farms. So we just decided to destroy the farms. Stop listening to the lies. Jamaica has 51 strains of marijuana, and 30 out of the 51 strains are not found anywhere else in the world but on Jamaica. Africans didn't bring that there. You've always been there along with the plants. So do you know how asinine it is for a corporate foreign government to come and tell you that you can't grow that shit, that you can't sell it, but you watch all them white boys go to Jamaica and open up acres and acres of farm and they're selling the shit? Huh? How stupid could people be? I'm about to try to smoke weed every day in my lawn. Now, I would say smoke it, but it's, you know, again, I'm not a doctor. All right. I'm not a doctor. I can only talk about things that we do in the islands, and it's we drink it as tea, but you must know what you're doing to make it as a tea. Okay. If you want a vision trip and take a vision trip with goat's milk, but you must know what you're doing because it could drive you crazy and you won't bounce back from it. You'll be running down the street butt ass naked talking about aliens is chasing you for the rest of your life. End up like Smokey and Friday. Okay, so be careful. But it by itself on its own, harmless. But it's a lot of healing remedies to it. There was the doctor that they killed in Jamaica, the female doctor that worked in the hospital. She used it to cure the cancer down there. She was using it to cure cancer and they killed her. Okay. So it's nothing that plant cannot cure. Nothing. There's many different strains of that plant. It's about 100 different strains, and 51 strains grow on that little island of Jamaica. And they want to tell you that Jamaica is broke. Jamaica is bankrupt. What? But when you grow it to go sell it, they stop you. But unless you have a Jewish Caucasian face next to you, an Ashkenazi face, that's the only way you could grow it and sell it. And they got to get PC, or they come. Do you know how it feels that your government, your police, your military force slaughters you and kill you every day for that plant? But someone who's not ancestrally from that land or this hemisphere comes down there, right, and opens up 100 to a 200-acre farm and is shipping it out on ships, getting orders off the internet, mailing it out, by the tons. And you, the local person, can't fucking do it. You can't do it. Why? And the person that's selling it like that came and learned from you, the local person, and still is learning from you to this very day. Why? Because it's to keep you poor. It's to keep you dependent on your government, on that corporate government. It's to keep you dependent on foreigners that's using your own resource back against you to make you think you're the poor one when the poor one is the one stealing your resource. Why can't you just put it in a boat and ship across the waters to the mainland? Because the military's in your waters. A foreign military that's not supposed to be in your waters is there. A foreign military that's flying in your airspace is there, sanctioning you. You, the darkest skinned person. These people are sinister. Let me see if I had anything else I wanted to share with you guys. Let's see. Give me a second. Wait, that's not it. Give me 1 second, guys. In order to stop what's going on with you, the people, you must deal with the corrupted individuals in your community and the corrupted individuals that you've put in office. And this is to the island brothers and sisters, to the mainland brothers and sisters, to our African brothers and sisters, to even the European brothers and sisters. You put them there, you can take them out of there. The minute they started imposing sanctions, unlawful sanctions, to cut away your natural rights of caring and taking care of your home, your family, of feeding yourself, when you are not causing any harm or injury towards anyone, they have violated the trust that you've put into them to do right by you in that office. So you, from your office, because your home is your office, you are the executor, you are the grantor, the settler of your own affairs. Okay? You just put them in charge to oversee your everyday business for you. They're not doing that. You take them back out of office. And even in the U.S. Constitution, it says even by any means necessary. All right? These people are killing you. These people are suffocating you financially so that they can sell portions of your land illegally to push you off of your own land. All right, you get pushed off of, say every Negro get pushed out of America. Y'all run to the islands. Now these people come to the islands, they do the same thing, they push you out the islands. You run over there into Africa. The Africans now over there is like, well, you're not us, it's too many of y'all over here now, y'all gotta go. You run down into Europe, the Europeans is like, we don't like darkies over here. Where the fuck, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? This is all common sense. Where are you going to go? You have nowhere to go. So it's either you take a stand or you just let them slaughter you. Let me go back and check this. What I was about to check. Let's see what this is. Okay. It looked like those all the links. I shared with you guys all the links that you were supposed to have gotten. I think that was it. Let's see what this one is. Let's see what this one is. Okay, this is one more. This is one more. This is one more. This should be interesting. Let's hit back to screen share. This should be interesting. Here we go. This is from the World Health Organization. This is from 2019. Are you reading this? I'm gonna give y'all the link. I'm gonna give y'all the link. Now I gotta give y'all the link. I gotta hook y'all up now, right? Gotta make sure that you guys are good. That you got this. Home, emergencies, disease, coronavirus disease 2019. God damn it. The fuck? Hence, you got COVID-19. It's from last year. That's why they call it COVID-19. And COVID-19 also stands for, because remember, these are all corporations. This is the mega corporation, a company's vision. The vid stands for vision. The co in COVID stands for company. Company's vision of the future. You can't make this shit up. Oh my goodness, you can't make this shit up. Did this shit just change on me? I know it didn't just. It did. Let's switch back. Right? To support countries' preparedness effort on the COVID-19 outbreak. This is from 2019. To support countries, this is from the World Health Organization. This is their website. to support countries' preparedness. This is why karma don't come back to these people, because they put it out there and tell you what they're going to do to you. To support countries' preparedness effort in the COVID-19 outbreak, whose Department of Health, Security, and Preparedness has developed various COVID-19 tabletop exercise. This includes 1. A generic COVID-19 SimX to examine and strengthen existing plans, procedures, and capabilities to manage an imported case of COVID-19. An imported case of COVID-19, which they said it came from China. Now to the Americas, that seems imported to me. Fucking, this is pissing me off so much. Oh my gosh. Imported case of COVID important case of 2019 nCoV coronavirus and target the health authorities at the national level. A healthy facility number IPC SimX that is based on the core component of infection prevention and control programs at the national and acute care facility level. A point of entry, POE, SimX, to examine and strengthen existing plans, procedures, and capabilities at the main airport. At the main airport. God damn it. So that video that I played, that they're going to come with some kind of chip or some form of a program to where you cannot fly, take a train, a bus, or a taxi, or a boat, anything outside of the country. You cannot go anywhere unless you mandatory vaccine up with their poison. God damn it. A point of entry post and text strengthen existing plans, procedures, capabilities, main airport. 4, an urban, told y'all, the urban community, the Negroes, an urban COVID-19 SimX to discuss critical issue in urban environments as the pandemic develops into an established infectious disease that may have periods of increased spread and number of persons affected, because Negroes like to take orders. So they ordered the Negro to wear a mask, which you're breathing in back your own toxins, infecting yourself. So by fall, you're going to be the most highly infected population. Just don't come around me, because I'm not wearing no mask. And I'm not wearing no mask. I'm going to give you guys a link to this. I think I already had copied it already, just in case. Let me do it again. The last link didn't show. I don't think I posted it yet. This is it now. This is the last link I'm posting right now. Don't worry, I'm going to post all the links in the comment section and at the top of the chat when this live is done, right? Let me just say honor, and welcome to everyone that has joined the live. Honor to everyone that's in the chat. Sister Liz Robertson. No link in the chat. The links aren't coming up. Stop it. Oh, man. At IMQ, honor to you. We got to get you back up on here one of these days, brother. Got to get you back up here one of these days. Y'all serious? Oh, y'all see it? Okay, the link is there. The link is there. Star Vision, Omnimi, honor to you. Aboriginal Gem Finder, Sean Eddy, The Truth, honor. Chase Truths, honor to you. Anthony Chisholm, honor to you. Yeah, it's true, because Anthony Chisholm, he said, I heard the Nigerians, the leaders that were in politics and ahead of the country, had already made so much money that they don't even want to engage in politics anymore. So they are selling their people out. I believe that. I can believe that. You know how much gold and diamonds they done stole out the country? How much precious metals? And these are the Negroes done stole out the country, done already acquired already. They don't their progenies for the next 400 years don't have to worry about nothing. They're good. You see what I'm saying? They're good. And that's why I told you at the Nigerian Senate Committee, when they voted against the Bill Gates bill, they voted against that shit. And there was some greedy ass ones that was like, yay. And the majority of the nays had it. It was pretty much almost empty in there. A lot of their leaders wasn't there. They left. A shoe, honor to you, honor. Miriam Ali, Kappa Chata, honor to you. Kitty B, honor to you. Honor to everyone. Everyone that's in the chat. Everyone that's watching. Macadon 1, honor to you. The I Am, it's true. Honor to you. Rainstorm, honor, honor. Sister Amina Abdullah, honor to you. And thank you once again, sis. Thank you. Selena Morel, honor to you. Aloyda Smith, honor to you. Renzo Duckworth, honor to you. Edward Bailey, honor, honor. Chatahaya Bell, Copper Colored Brown. Oh, I didn't know it was this much people in here. Young Cherokee Peasy, Sean Eddy, Sean Allen. Honor to everyone that's here. So yeah, so when I'm gonna post all the links, all those links. I'm gonna post every single one of those links in the top of the chat. In the top of the chat, I'm going to pin it in the top of the chat, and I'm going to put it in the top of the description, in the description box. Okay, and so that you guys can have them. All right. That video, because I downloaded that video that I was playing at the beginning, but only just the audio. Because if I showed the visual, YouTube would have kicked the screen, right? So I only played a part of it, but I'm going to go on the D Live with the. I'm going to put up the video on the D Live, and then we can play up the whole video. All right. So when I post the links, well, I'll put a post in the Discord, and I'll put a post in later on YouTube with the D Live link. But I'm going to post all these links right now when I upload this broadcast here for you guys, so that you guys have it. And I just ask you guys, man, just share the hell out of those links. Share it. Also, go on Rashid Battar's YouTube or even on his website, and just hit him up and just let him know that I want to do an interview with him. Right? I want to try to get him on the panel. If he's in the New York area, I could meet up with him, sit down with him, come to his office, do an interview. You know, hit up his Twitter, his Instagram. I'm asking you guys, right? We want to take this platform to the next level, and not only to the next level. I had started working on a website last year for the platform, and like I said, I'm close to getting my main laptop fixed. I'm going to continue back on the website and finish it up, and we're going to build a platform that we can have of our own. And use to put out information out there, and anyone that want not anyone, but anyone that's about truth and want their videos and stuff posted, we'll do that also as well on the platform. All right, so yeah, and we out. I say travel safe to y'all. If y'all on the road, Haya Aru Amun Ray El Bay, honor, brother, honor. 1 year before the first person was diagnosed in January 2020. Okay. Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. But yeah, so I say travel safe to you all. Stay safe. Keep a watchful eye on your children, a watchful eye on your loved ones. Stay safe. Don't forget to cleanse your body of heavy metals. Detox those heavy metals out of your body. That mask, man. Like, I can't tell y'all what to do. Just use your own train of thought. your own conscience, and you judge whether it's right or wrong to wear that mask. All right, if it's helping you or if it's hurting you more. Okay, because like I said, man, you saw the proof, the evidence. It's in the animals that y'all was eating, that we was eating, right? It's if it's in the animals, that means they found a way to put it in their GMO tomatoes, their GMO limes, their GMO fruits and veggies. All right, they found a way to put it in these things because those things are living things. Those things too have cells and antibodies in them. Okay, so we ate these things. So this thing is in all of us. It's in all of us. Okay, seven God, honor, honor, honor. All right. Reading the participant guide, download from the last link. Oh man, I'm telling you, Q, like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's so crazy. Right? Like one day we got to get you up on here for you to, tell what you think about what you're reading right now. All right. But this is the focus for me for this platform right here. If folks want like history and stuff like that, that's Copper Hot Step and Lacono Empire. If you want a mixture of history and about status and law, that's American Arawaks, right? And I'm going to post those brothers' links also in the D Live. I'm going to post their links in the D Live, and I'm going to post their links in a post also as well. Okay, so look out for that for those who are subscribed to the platform. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell that says all, so that you can get all the notifications. And I say, just share the link to this platform, right? As we welcome as much people as possible for this platform. The more people that subscribe to the platform, the more people can get certain information and can share it and put it out there and share it with even other platforms. And this is how we got to do it. Okay. All right. Oh, I got your email, Q. I got you. I got your email. I got it. All right. So I'm gonna hit you up and let you know. You know what I mean? And let you know, and then we could come together and work out a date. All right, because I know you're a family man. Okay. And I also hope that the children are well also as well. Okay. But Sly's YouTube is SUPASLY 75. All right. All his channels will come up underneath that. All right, that's his YouTube. All right. And I think Time Lords is 8-winged eagle. I think that's Time Lords, or it might just be Time Lord. All right. But 8 with a number 8, winged eagle. But yeah. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Have a good one.